Welcome to a special Hardstuck video previewing our first big wave of preseason changes for League of Legends Season 11. Riot ruined about half of the items during Season 10, and now they're back to ruin the rest. It'll be exciting to see all the ways that our new items will break the game and then somehow ship to live once Season 11 begins. This is Riot's big undertaking for Preseason 11 that nobody asked for after the dragon and map changes from last year. Lots of items have been removed, brand new options created, and few of the holdovers are untouched. If the changes seem overwhelming, don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out Hardstuck to get a challenger coach to help you navigate Riot's latest catastrophe. At the end, we'll do a quick overview of this week's tier list to make sure you're ready for how awful it's going to be for a while. Let's dive in. But before we begin, our question of the day is, if Riot closed their eyes and smashed their keyboards with giant dildos, how much more balanced would the game be? Leave your answer in the comments along with a like on the video while you're down there. Remember to subscribe for more helpful and productive content like this, and let's begin. Before we begin, it's important to explain the new cooldown reduction called Ability Haste. If you're watching this, you probably already know how it works, but for those of you who don't, I'm here to tell you to go to Google and read up on it. I'm not going to wait for you either. There are a ton of new items, including Mythics, which are completed items that you can only build one of at a time. Riot grouped these into champion classes in their reveal, but you already know they're going to get mixed up and completely broken by off-roll play. For this video, I've consulted with our challenger analysts to provide some thoughtful, in-depth analysis of each one. First off, we have Galeforce, because ADCs should have 2 flashes for some reason. Maybe these whiners should just get better at positioning if you need this much help. Next is Kraken Liquor, because every champion should be Vayne, and League of Legends totally needs more true damage. Thanks, Riot. Immortal Shield Bow? The fuck is a shield bow? Another get out of jail free card, apparently. Why do ADCs need all this help? Aren't you supposed to be carrying me? Sunfire Peebus is the item to make tanks huge damage threats. It's not like that was the entire point of the class, right? More Assassin Ornn, please, yes. Frostfire Gauntlet is a mix of Frozen Mallet and Iceborne, but the only important thing is that it's gonna make you big. Now, I like this item, Zerberber Suit. I didn't really read it, but it seems neat. There's no picture either though, so this one is kinda just a gut feeling. Duskblade is back, baby, what's up? It looks like it does essentially the same thing as before, except it what? Next up, we have Eclipse. Wait, isn't that already one of Leona's abilities? This is Phase Rush with a shield and bonus damage. No way this could be busted. And this one is called Growler's Paw, and this gives you a free dash too. Mobility creep doesn't exist, guys, this is fine. Thank God you can't build multiple mythics or we'd all be Cassidon. First up is Liandry's Anguish. I don't know if Anguish is worse than Torment, but this is basically the same item as before. Ludum's Temper Tantrum is also the same, except the proc gives you move speed. Yes, more move speed. Urf is gonna start feeling like slow-mo pretty soon. Oh goody, more free abilities. Everfrost is an active AoE skill shot with free CC. Rocket Belt. Wait, why did they even bother making a new item if it's the same thing? Who the f is Axamuk? Like, what is this? Why does this item exist? I've already forgotten about it, and I'm literally still looking at it. Trinity Force? Never heard of it. I'm not convinced this one is real. I'll just skip it. Next is Goredrinker, which is probably the most badass name of anything in the history of this game. It gives you a Darius Q on its active and a bunch of other stuff, I guess. Moving on to another dash? Are you f***ing kidding me? Divine Devourer. It says it's anti-tank, but I don't see it at all. Oh, it must be because tanks are all damage threats now. That makes sense. Chirellios is the same, except it gives some bonus damage too. I'm just surprised it doesn't give your team each 2 extra dashes. Locket is also the same, but it has the aura back. Wow, real creative. Next up is Moonstone Renewer. I thought this one was a Pokemon exclusive, but I guess Riot bought the rights to Pokemon stuff now. This heals people or something. There are a lot of minor updates to current items in the legendary tier, but none of them are terribly remarkable, and there are an awful lot of words and I don't read too good, so I'm not covering this. There were a lot of removed items, most of which were replaced by new stuff, and here's a list of items that aren't receiving changes yet. Jungle starting items will now upgrade for free after 5 smites, sort of like the gold quest for support items. There are a few more detailed changes, but you're not gonna gank for me anyway, so what the hell do I care? Wow, this video is getting a lot longer than I thought. Let's move on to the tier list. Yep. This week's tier list is murky, we'll call it. Your guess is as good as mine, really. It's not like you paid for coaching or came here for actual help. Riot actually skipped over the regular champion changes to focus on the shop rework this patch. Once we see some stats from the preseason patch, maybe I'll put some actual effort into a new shitpost tier list, so subscribe in hopes I actually do that. Until then, the one thing we can always rely upon is Darius being turbo busted. F this game. Good luck. Peace.